Hello everyone, welcome to A Clear Perspective. I'm Serene. Recently, there has been bad news for Pfizer. Dr. Rajendra Kapila, an Indian-American infectious disease specialist, died on May 3rd after being diagnosed with the Indian COVID variant. All media reports highlighted the fact that he received 2 Pfizer shots but still died from COVID. The doctor lived in Newark, New Jersey. He thought that since he was already fully vaccinated, there's little risk in traveling to India to visit his father-in-law, who was sick. Unfortunately, he got infected with COVID in India. His condition deteriorated rapidly and led to his death. The case received a lot of attention for one main reason. The Pfizer vaccine doesn't seem to be able to resist the Indian variant. Maybe a single case is not convincing enough. There's another news report that makes us question the effectiveness of the vaccine. Dr. Harvey Risch is a professor of epidemiology at the Yale School of Medicine. He recently appeared on Bannon's War Room program and revealed some shocking news.
Clinicians have been telling me that more than half of the new COVID cases that they're seeing to treat are people who've been vaccinated. And what this means is that the vaccines are having breakthrough. Somewhat more than half, so they've estimated at 60% of the new cases that they're treating, new COVID cases, have been people who've been vaccinated.
Dr. Risch explained that half of the states in America already surpassed herd immunity last fall without the vaccine. He thinks that's why the numbers are decreasing dramatically. Dr. Risch didn't accredit the dramatic improvement to vaccines. He mentioned that lockdowns are counterproductive and only delay citizens from reaching herd immunity. This information is indeed very alarming because it's not what Pfizer and the CDC officials have been telling us. But this information conveys one important message. Getting vaccinated doesn't mean you are completely resistant against COVID. On May 5th, there was news that the Facebook Oversight Board will uphold Trump's ban. Meanwhile, on May 4th, Trump launched his own media platform called From the Desk of Donald J. Trump. In response to the latest resolution of the Committee on Oversight and Reform, Trump responded on his platform. What Facebook, Twitter, and Google have done is a total disgrace and an embarrassment to our country. Free speech has been taken away from the President of the United States because the radical left lunatics are afraid of the truth. But the truth will come out anyway, bigger and stronger than ever before. Also, Trump issued a statement on May 3rd. The fraudulent presidential election of 2020 will be, from this day forth, known as the Big Lie. Trump posted this because there has been some good news on the Arizona audit. On May 1st, Ken Bennett, who's the state Senate's liaison for the Maricopa County audit, released an important message. Bennett said, so far the audit has confirmed some numbers. For example, Maricopa County officials announced that there were 2.59 million legal voters in the county, and the official vote count for the 2020 election in this county was 2,089,563. In Maricopa, Biden received 1,040,774 votes, and Trump received 995,665 votes. However, after summing up all the votes in the county, it came to a total of 2,069,475 votes. This is 20,088 votes short than the official number. Maricopa County is the largest county in Arizona, and it has always been a Republican county in the past. But Biden surprisingly won in 2020. Also, Biden only had 10,473 more votes than Trump in the entire state of Arizona. If this missing 20,088 votes indeed belonged to Trump, then Trump could have won Arizona. Why was the official vote count in Maricopa County 20,088 votes short? We'll have to wait for the final results of the audit. According to media reports, the number of people working at the Arizona audit site has been doubled. The goal is to complete the audit by the 14th. The original plan was to complete it within 2 months. Hundreds of Dominion machines have been sealed at the audit site. This is why Trump stated that the 2020 election will be called a big lie. Next, let's talk about Pence. Many people were disappointed that Pence didn't declare the electoral votes invalid on January 6 and didn't request an audit. But there are still many who believe that Pence was not to blame, as that decision was not up to him. And many think he did a good job as vice president for 4 years. Until January 6, Pence kept saying that he would only accept legal votes. But according to a leaked document from the U.S. Senate Department obtained by the National Pulse, it appears that Pence was obstructing Trump. The document showed that Pence's chief of staff, Mark Short, recommended Frank Luntz for the role of Undersecretary of Public Diplomacy and Public Affairs. Short was the person partly responsible for Pence's certification of electors. So after January 6, Trump banned him from the White House. Short recommended Luntz for this important position because of his previous work in PR and as a GOP political poster. In reality, Luntz is a Google lobbyist. In addition, Hunter Biden's hard drive showed that Luntz and Hunter have a close relationship. Luntz has strong ties with the Biden family. He also hates Trump. In January this year, Luntz declared himself no longer a Republican. Perhaps he was never a real Republican. Even more surprisingly, Fox News host Tucker Carlson reported Monday night that Luntz is a personal friend of Kevin McCarthy, who is the top-ranking Republican in the House. However,
Frank Luntz and Kevin McCarthy are not simply friends, they're roommates. Kevin McCarthy lives in Frank Luntz's apartment in downtown Washington. That's what we were told, and honestly, we did not believe it. The top Republican in the House lives with a Google lobbyist? Come on. Even by the sleazy and corrupt standards of politics in Washington, that did not seem possible. In fact, it sounded like a joke.
But McCarthy's spokeswoman confirmed it. This is the swamp around Trump. The deep state has placed countless eyes around him. Remember how Trump trusted Fauci and listened to his advice after the pandemic began? But Fauci kept giving him lies. Fauci is the director of the U.S. National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, NIAID, and the chief medical advisor to the president. And he is the highest paid employee in the entire U.S. federal government. But he was recently called the father of the coronavirus by Trump's advisor, Peter Navarro. While right-wing media and Trump supporters believe that Fauci is linked to the origin of the CCP virus, all of these doubts are labeled as conspiracy theories. And Fauci is promoted as America's savior, but he was recently questioned by a reporter from the mainstream media. Josh Rogan, a columnist for the Washington Post and a political analyst for CNN, said that numerous pieces of evidence show that the virus originated from a lab. Robert Redfield is an American virologist and a former CDC director. He believes that COVID-19 resulted from gain-of-function research at the Wuhan lab that leaked by accident, and the outbreak occurred sometime in September-October 2019. Rogan also mentioned all research funding comes from organizations like the National Institutes of Health, or NIAID, which are influenced or run by Fauci. He said Fauci led the funding of the Wuhan Institute of Virology functional study of bat coronaviruses. The NIH has funded the Wuhan laboratory to genetically modify bat coronaviruses for gain-of-function studies. This is a risky study, which made SARS-like viruses more infectious. The U.S. federal government suspended funding for gain-of-function research in 2014 due to concerns in the scientific community that such research could potentially infect humans. Rogan stated that Fauci took advantage of the confusion when the Trump administration took over and found a way to restart the gain-of-function research. He said, "A lot of people that I know inside the Trump administration had no idea that he had turned this back on. He found a way to turn it back on in the mess of the Trump administration. The left has been protecting Fauci and making him a hero. Rogan is attacked by the same media that he has worked for many years because he opposed vaccines." Navarro says that Fauci remitted about $7 million of U.S. taxpayer money to fund research in the Wuhan Institute of Virology, which is thought to be the origin of the pandemic. Is Fauci the father of vaccines or the father of viruses? What do you think? Please comment your thoughts. In any case, I believe the truth will come out sooner or later. All those who have committed evil deeds will be punished. Lastly, we would like to remind our viewers again that our platform may be restricted on social media. We would like to recommend the YouMaker platform to everyone. Our videos are available on YouMaker. Please subscribe and we hope to see you there. Thank you for watching. See you next time.